Welcome, world, with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Yes. How'd you guys like that? Or would you prefer me to do my hey guys? Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World. I think I like the combination of both. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope you had an amazing day. My day was pretty good. I can't complain. Um, as a disclaimer, please make sure you like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells, and if you can, just give me some thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Hey, Eat Sleep, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Nice to see you this evening. How was your day? Hope it was amazing. um, so yes, you guys already know that I will get into how my day was because it seems like there's always some type of adventure, right? Like I'm always doing something just adventurous. Or you know what? I can't say that I'm doing stuff adventurous. It's just stuff just comes up and I say yes to. See, this is an example of how when you start saying yes to life, just things just start happening. Some things you can plan for, and other things you just don't. It just happens. Um, let me whoa. Let me check to see if I'm buffering because it seems like always in the beginning of a live, I'm buffering like crazy, and then it settles down. So I just want to check that real quick to see if I'm buffering or anything like that. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh. And guys, you know what? Please let me know how your day was in the chat if you can, if you feel like sharing, because what happens, guys? Sharing is caring, and there's growth in sharing, don't you think? Because I'd like to be happy in whatever you're doing. Did you guys get a chance to take a look at the video I posted today? If not, then take a look. It's all about this Caribbean festival. Hey, Clem, how are you? It's all about this festival that I went to this afternoon in Jersey City. It's hey, migrate fine for you, migrate fine for you. We have to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk because sis, we need to shoot. If you want to call in, if you want to come on to the, oh no, but I'm not on Streamlabs. I'm not on StreamYard, but you can always call in if you want, or we can just plan something, whatever you want to do, I'm down for. I am a woman of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I absolutely do it. Usually always right on time. So that is what it is. So today, I woke up this morning way before my alarm clock. And then I was like, no, that's too early. But then I fell back asleep. And then when I woke up again, I was like, you know what? This is something I rarely do. Before the alarm clock goes off and anything, I rarely just lay there or sit there and just sit for the moment. Like I rarely do that. I usually just, as soon as the alarm clock goes off, boom, I'm out. I'm done. To my shower, I do my routine. But today I said, you know what? I have time. So I just sat there. I, thought about things. I was a little sore, like my hand was frozen. Hey, Flat Earth Forums, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Nice to see you. This is your first time here, so welcome. Please, I'd like to introduce you to Eat Sleep Amazon, Clem, My Great Find for You, Beth Collins, who is Beth Collins right there, and me, Joy. So I thank you very much, and I appreciate you coming in. I hope that you come back again one day, and I hope that you stay in the chat for as long as you like. And right now, we're just talking about my day. And if you'd like to talk about how your day was, please feel free to do so. Yes. So, yeah, I was so stiff. And like, I'm noticing lately, like, I'll wake up and like some limb is either really stiff or the hand is like frozen and shut. You know, it's like the blood isn't flowing to it. That's mainly what it is. And it's my arms, not my legs. It's usually my arms. It's like I can't get that comfortable spot. Has anybody else experienced that? Um, yeah. And I notice it's a lot of times. No, it's usually every day for the last few weeks or so. Maybe I have too many things on my mind. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, so I went to my regular job and I had to work there just to answer the phones. And then after that, I had a friend of mine who was in town for like pretty much 48 hours, and I hadn't seen them in a long time. And so we were supposed to, meet up and probably have lunch or something like that. And I was actually going to ask them a question about, my business, but needless to say, they never responded. But my other friend, I forget her YouTube name, but she's a friend of mine that I go to end up meeting at the gym a lot of times. You guys have met her. She was in the chat a few days ago. But I think it's Green. Her name ends in Green. But anyway, she texted me and was like, "Hey, there's a Caribbean Day festival going on. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Well, I'm supposed to meet, somebody for lunch, and I don't want to make, you don't want to double book and whatever, and then have to say no to somebody." So anyway, long story short, you guys saw the video. I ended up going to the Caribbean Day Festival, and it was great. I'll tell you reasons why it was great. Two reasons. One, it was not overcrowded, and usually that festival is jam-packed with attendees and also parade walkers or whatever you want to call them. And this year it really wasn't. Hey, Storage Pirate, Ricardo, I'd like to introduce you to Flat Earth Forums. This is their first time here. So Ricardo is a dope person. That's Storage Pilot. Hey, Francesca, how are you? Welcome to Hello World again. I know I haven't really been able to talk to you outside of this, but I'm just running through my day. And so it wasn't crowded, and I had enough escape route space, and I thought that was amazing. And I know in previous years, this carnival used to be like jam packed, and I never did attend the previous years, just because I like crowds, but I don't like crowds that are too crowds. If you understand what I mean, like I don't like to be in a place where I don't have elbow room to go like this or like run and escape. Because if you're in a crowd that's trampling effect, then you could really get hurt. This is just my opinion. And I feel like I enjoy myself more when somebody's not knocking me and people don't say excuse me often enough. So I don't want to be dealing with like, you can't say excuse me. Are you knocking me over? And so it was good. So check the video out. And if you want to see more of the videos, because I stopped doing the YouTube because, with the music and stuff, I didn't want to get the copyright strikes. So I went over to Instagram where it doesn't matter. So in my Instagram live feed, you can see the rest of what I caught. It was so cool. There was some kids on stilts doing like really cool tricks on stilts, guys. Like stilts. And I mean, they were going bending backwards and all that stuff. And what I noticed about the event today, there were no vendors. And I know they usually used to have vendors because I always got the information about vending at this event, and it was always outpricing me. So I never really attended as a vendor. Hey, Hannah. How are you, Anna? I'd like to reintroduce you to Francesca and also Flat Earth Forums if they're still here. Everybody, please make sure you get to know each other. It's important, only because we're all here on YouTube for, I hope, the same common goal, which is to express ourselves in whichever form that fits us, which will ultimately lead to the advancement of society. Yes, I just made that up. Oh, of course, Flat Earth. Of course. That's what we do here. Like everybody in this chat, like that you see mostly in blue, and even storage, pirate, like all of it. Not, you know what, storage. I'm sorry. I should have been did this a long time ago. Mostly everybody here that you see that are talking amongst themselves, flatter, we're all the same. Like we're all very welcoming, and I've known them for a very short time, but I feel like they're an extension of a family that I have now. So that's a cool thing. Like, and everybody is from all over, which is cool too. Wait. What happened? You had an auction? Storage, wait, you had an auction today, Storage Pirate? Well, very hard to do an auction. Oh, I didn't know you had an auction. Wow. I'm sorry. I wish I would have known. I would have at least been there. Was it on your channel or someone else's channel? I would have definitely went in to support you. Um, but it's okay, storage. Everything doesn't always have to go according to plan sometimes. And never give up. That at the end of the day, never give up. You'll have other auctions that you will do, and you'll know and have better strategies that will help you make it a better auction. So trust and believe every single one of us that breathes, eats, lives, has emotions, we all stumble all the time. Sometimes we stumble where you don't notice. Other times we stumble where you do. So it's okay, storage. You can do it. And I say, do it again. And what happens? If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Bam. Hey, Nas. Oh, he's not even here. I'm about to shout NASCAR man out. Okay. Oh, Francesca, what kind of job are you looking for? Beth Collins, I love to say your name, Beth Collins. I love to say that. So yes, guys, I had an eventful day. The last 2 days were very eventful. And let me tell you how last night came about. So I was talking to my friend and I was like, you know what, we haven't hung out in a while. You want to go I was like, do you want to go out? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, okay. So we ended up just walking around town and, I parked my car by her house and then we walked down to Grove Street in Jersey City. Has a bunch of restaurants and, things to do. And we ran upon this Puerto Rican Day something, because it wasn't like a city planned Puerto Rican Day thing. I think what it really was there was a person in the community who wanted to put an event on for his neighbors or for the community, and so he got the city permits and all that other stuff to do the event. So I think it was just an individual who just wanted to do something, not really associated with like a big organization doing something, right? So we stumbled upon that, had a decent meal. And then for the first time, I did get a chance to go to vegetable, that vegetable stall or store. And guys, I didn't realize that the video actually was 13 minutes long, because when I first viewed it, it was only 7 minutes. So it kind of cut the rest of that off. But I guess, it filtered up and everything. So I was like, man, I need to watch this to make sure that, because sometimes you think you hit stop and it doesn't stop and you may be walking and talking. I was like, ooh, maybe I hope I need to edit some things that maybe I was saying or walking and banging up the thing and everybody's like just banging all around. So I saw it and I was like, when I was watching myself, sometimes guys, I don't really realize how quirky I am until I watch myself in replay. So when I was watching the replay, when I was in the vegetable store, I was just like, ooh, Kiwi. Like I was doing some crazy things and I was just I was chuckling at myself. I was like, I can't believe I did that. It's one thing when I'm just oblivious to my crazy, I guess. Or maybe not crazy, but my like quirky side. I'm very oblivious to that. And I was like, wow, I'm funny. Sometimes I'm really funny. Hey, Mary Dells, how are you? How are you? Yeah, so that was unplanned. And today was very much unplanned. And can I tell you guys a secret? I don't care anyway. So No, I'm not going to tell it because, yeah, no, I don't want to get too comfortable with you guys. Not this comfortable. I can't do it. Maybe okay. No, I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I just did something that I normally wouldn't do today. Beth, you always got me looking at cherries now to see if there's any worms in there. So every time I bite into one, I'm looking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dad's Vintage. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. I know. Y'all gonna have, you know what? I need some thumbs up and I need more people in the chat, and then I'll tell you. This is the first and only time that I'll probably like try to con you guys into getting me more people into the chat. But it for real is a real embarrassing thing for me. And I really don't, like you guys are strangers. So yeah, I'm gonna need more people to be in the chat. And I'm definitely need some more thumbs up before I even go ahead, because this is a give and take right here. But anyway, guys, like, I will tell you this, guys. You think that I'm excited all the time? I'm not. Like, the last few days, I have had like something weighing on me. And it's taken me just reviewing in my head some of the things that I try to tell you guys to attempt to do and challenge yourself to do. And so I have to challenge myself. So in the end result, I can change my attitude into something better, because the more you feed into like the downtrodden, anguish type feeling, or even like just like, the woe is me situation, it's not going to make or improve your life at all. It's not, right? Because remember, we're trying to fight against things and like mindsets that we've had for so long that we need to change. And it's hard to do, especially when it's hard to do, period. So I'm fighting against different mindsets that I've had that feel comfortable to be in. Like, it's very comfortable to sit in a position like, this is not going to work out. It's very comfortable to say that, because guess what? A lot of things in your life may not have worked out up until this point, because you're trying to change that. And when you're trying to change your mindset about things, about the way you viewed things, you're going to come across a lot of, what word do I want to say? You're going to come across a lot of opposition. And a lot of times the opposition is just yourself. There's one thing that I've learned, and I'm still learning, is that it's none of our, and I saw this on Instagram, it's none of our business what other people think about us. It's none of your business. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's for real true, because what? We're all entitled to our own opinion, right? We always want people to respect our opinions. So it's the same way as we like to expect people to see us in the light that we see ourselves. But sometimes they just don't. And they have every right to believe that and feel that way. But if your light is too bright, you're going to have to submit to the brightness, right? Yes. So guys, changing your mindset. I want you all of us, to attempt to do so. Because think about the different things in your life, right? Or situations or circumstances that you perpetually just say is not going to be good. I want you to try your best to work on saying it will be good. And you have to believe it in order for that to actually occur. And in order for you to believe, you have to start changing your mindset. What does that take? Meditation. It takes you changing your mindset and just how you think. So if you tend to be like, a person who always has to see things bad first, and then when a good happens, you're like, okay, that's good. Then you need to start seeing things as it's amazing, it's happened already, it's gonna be great. That right there is hard to do if you're always used to seeing the outcome being not good. Maybe so many situations in your life that you were optimistic about turned out rotten or not so good. So now you just gave up right before something big was about to happen. You gave up. Yes, there's a clincher. Life is always a clincher. There's always going to be a clincher in life. It's either you hold on or keep holding on, or wait or keep waiting until things happen. And things will happen, but the ball is always in your court. And life is a waiting game. And that's annoying. But I personally can say that my life has been a big waiting game. And when I've almost about had it is when things actually turn. Or when I have had it, something inside me says, Joy, you got 5 more minutes. You got another day where you can just be patient. And that takes discipline, discipline. Or like I get simple reminders that say, Joy, remember, focus on what you want. Focus on it because you spent this much time focusing on it to be a certain way. And all you need to do is just wait and be patient just a little more. And patience is not my virtue, or it's not a virtue that I wish to have any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, life will also give you areas that you most need to work on, and that will always be the area that is always annoying. So, like, if patience is one of your areas where you find the most annoying, then a lot of situations is going to try your patience. If you find not being able to save as one of those areas in your life that's a weakness, guess what? You're always going to find situations that arise where it's like, man, I can't save. But we have to fight against those things. We have to just sometimes jump and know that we will land on our feet or land in the best way that's going to make us not hurt. So, guys, jump. You will land. But as you're falling into place, stop trying to control how you land. Because you may land, but being controlling in how you land can affect the best outcome. So, like, you'll get an outcome, but it may not be optimal. Don't we want optimal? I want optimal, so I'm trying to land however life wants me to land. And I feel like because I'm trying my best to live life and just to live life and let it lead me, it is uncomfortable because I'm used to saying no. Like, naturally today I wanted to say no because I just assumed that it was going to be a crowd of people just lined up on the streets and I would have to be bumping into people. And I just said, okay, I'll just go. And lo and behold, it was very comfortable. There were no rowdy people. And it was a great, enjoyable afternoon. And if I said no, I would have missed out on that. And what would I have done? Probably nothing but my laundry and then just watch YouTube all afternoon. Nothing wrong with watching YouTube, but the experience that I had was amazing. And I got to share it with you guys. See? All because I allowed life to flow. Living. Something that we all should continue to get used to doing. just to live. Not to exist, but to live, where we're thriving, enjoying life, enjoying the serene scenes, enjoying other people's company, enjoying the smiles that you see, speaking to people that you've never met before, finding out where they're from. There were two people there at the carnival that I found out was from Boston. They came all the way from Boston to Jersey City to this carnival. And guess what? I have my business card, so I gave them out. So now, hopefully they'll take a moment and actually look at the website and see something and buy. And then, whatever. But I would have missed that opportunity if I did not flow. So guys, just flow. Let go and flow. It is really that simple. All of the buts that we put, let's look at what butt means. Not the B-U-T-T, but just a regular butt. Guys, I will tell you what was embarrassing today, but I need some more people in the chat. Okay, let's look up the definition of butt. Used to indicate the possibility of anything other than what is being stated. I forget why I was saying but. Used after an expression of apology for what one is about to say. Ooh. Used to introduce a response expressing a feeling such as surprise or anger. So but could be a good or bad thing. Hey Tiki, how are you? Oh, that's great. You went to a flea market? Oh, I hate that. You know what? Dad's Vintage. I absolutely was just like, I feel like I'm being lazy because guys, if you don't know, and flat earth forms, you don't know this about me, but the name of my channel is Be the Difference Clothing, right? That is actually the name of my company. So this channel was made as an extension of my company. And I started this channel a few years ago and just never did anything with it until pretty much this year when I decided to be the face of my company, which I was fighting for years. So yeah, I sell inspirational clothing, like such as what you see here, Rebuilding Trust. This t-shirt is something that I made. I print my own t-shirts. But I say that to say Dad's Vintage. For the last 5 summers, I've always been working at least 3 weekends out of the summer. And this is the first year where I absolutely went almost an entire month with like 1 or 2 events. And sometimes I did events during the week. So in some ways, if you guys have been keeping track of me telling you how my events have been going, it really doesn't make sense to go to events. But in other ways, that is the main income, the main source of income for the business. So it's like, if I don't work, the business doesn't eat, right? So in some ways, I'm just like, I feel like I'm being lazy. But in other ways, it's like, I'm actually living, but I do want to balance living and maintaining my business as much as possible, right? So that's why I'm trying my best to get the online presence for the business to go. So if I get a lot of online orders, it will definitely help with me not needing to be out at events as often. So anyway, Dad's Vintage, I feel you. I know how it is when you go to an event and you lose. It's not a good feeling. So hang in there. And all I can say is try again. Yeah. So it teaches your boys that, you're not always going to sell. And even when you talk to people, what it also would teach them too is that people say, "Oh, I'll be back." That's their favorite saying. A lot of people love to say that, and we all are guilty of it. Y'all go up, you guys, all of us go to, these different festivals, and we're just wanting to look and browse. And we see the person behind the stall, and we're just like, "Oh, hi." And they were like, "Oh, I'll be right back." Because you don't want to be rude and say, like, "I'm not interested." But it's not being rude, because half of the times, you know, people will mind you saying, "Okay, you're not interested." That's fine. It's more respectful and honest, because when you say, "I'll be back," that's an immediate lie, because you have no intentions on coming back. You know that. hmm So, yes, guys, give me a few more thumbs up. And then, okay, if we can get 11 thumbs up, then fine. I will tell you the embarrassing thing. So, yes, um, it's definitely a state of our minds, just preparing ourselves to absolutely think the opposite of all of the things that we've gone through in life. Okay, let's think about emotional letdowns, right? I've been let down by quite a few people in my life, some close, some not. But imagine if I just stayed with the idea that everybody's always going to let me down. Then everybody will, because that's what I expect and that's what I want out of life. It's a true story. It's only recently that people haven't really been letting me down, because I just see it as it is. And I always try to see the best out of people, because I firmly believe that there's a lot of good in all of us, but we are we misrepresent ourselves and then misunderstood. I don't have flat earth. I can't, because there's only 9 thumbs up. Once we get to 11 thumbs up, then I will. And you guys better not laugh at me either. But it's definitely something that I've had to work out for a long time. And I'm so happy, because I definitely am not as disappointed in other people's actions anymore, because I just say, life, I'm just gonna go with the flow of life. Does it hurt sometimes? Absolutely it does, because I'm still human. But the hurt does not stay very long. That's all I can say. Oh, there's only 8 in the chat? Hmm. All right, well. All right, well, guys. All right, fine. Don't laugh at me. But I absolutely, you lower your expectations and you're always pleasantly surprised. Yeah, that's cool. I always want to be pleasantly surprised. Maybe I should continue to lower my expectations. You'll laugh with me? No, you're not supposed to laugh at all, Beth Collins. Okay, fine. So today, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed, guys. Okay, maybe I should go like this and say it. Oh gosh. All right. Today I didn't take a shower. Goodness, I'm so embarrassed. And I went outside and I didn't expire. I didn't expire, guys. That's my thing. I got 10 thumbs up. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. Don't tell nobody. I'm so embarrassed. Yes, I didn't take a shower today at all. And let me tell you, I usually do not leave my home until I take a shower. And my excuse for not doing that was because I thought that I was going to go to work, do my laundry, end up meeting with that friend for like lunch. But in between, I would have gone home, taken a shower, and be fresh for the day. So, yes, after this live, I feel like I'm expiring. So, I'm going to take a shower. That was my embarrassing moment. No, girl. No, no, no. Flat Earth, are you a man or a woman? Hey, NASCAR man 3 4. Wait. No, no. Let me say it right. Hey, NASCAR man 3345. Listen, Flat Earth, I'm the type of person that I take a shower with every change of clothing. I am the type of person that when I'm at the gym, before I get on, I'd rather be a little late to Hello World before I sit my dirty butt on my couch. Yeah, I'm one of those people. A man. Oh, go figure. But no, there are some men who like to shower frequently too. Ugh. I feel like feeling natural joy. I washed my face. No, look, wait. Let me reiterate. No, no, no. Okay, so I didn't take a shower from here down, but I absolutely brushed my teeth. I washed my face. And what else did I do? Oh, and I put the mouthwash in. I absolutely did that. I was not going to leave without doing that at least. But I didn't take a shower. So shame on me. But again, I was going to come back. I was going to come back. So the fresh face is a little dusty because, I was out in that carnival and, maybe dust was kicking up with me. I was dancing too, guys. So, yes, with all that dancing, sweating, and all that, I did not expire. Oh, and I started using Toms too. And I felt like Tom's wasn't holding me up like the way the other deodorants were with all the aluminum in it. So like I felt like throughout the day I would need another swab of Tom's. But I guess Tom's got my pH on right. So that's my thing, guys. I didn't take a shower. So in essence, I do have my little dirty butt on the couch. But okay, let me make this sound better in my head before I be like, oh, I gotta go for real. But okay, so yeah, it's not working out in my head. So I'm gonna just leave that alone because I do want to hang out with you guys a little bit longer. But yeah, the way it's adding up right now is not right. It's not right at all. uh, oh, 11:11. Thank you guys. So I shared something that I normally wouldn't want to share because it's very embarrassing. I pride myself in having a clean body and just good hygiene. I pride myself in that. I think it's very important because you don't want to be walking around stinky, especially like if you're going to be amongst people. It's just not nice. And thankfully, I'm not a stinky person, nor am I a hairy person. I've been very blessed in that. I've been very blessed in that. So I guess my family isn't here, are not hairy people. So I don't have a lot of hair. Like I don't, I'm not gonna go more personal than that. That's it. But yeah, I'm not a hairy person. It doesn't excuse or negate the fact that I feel like I should be showering at least once a day. And then if I change my clothes, then yeah, I feel like, once you change your clothes, you change it to fresh clothes, then you might want to just wash off the soil that may have just soiled your body a little bit and go into fresh clothes. Because like I think of it this way, you don't want to go into fresh clothes with a soiled body and then try to mask it with perfume. Because I believe our bodies expire after a certain hour. hmm But to my defense, the last shower I took was yesterday around 6 o'clock. So, no, I should have expired by this afternoon with all that jumping up I was doing. And with it being warm like that, and hugging people, talking to people, like I should have been inspired. So that's my thing. Hey, Jennifer, you'll never find. Du-du-du-du-du. Hey, Jennifer, there's Flat Earth. Oh, and NASCAR Man 3345. Check out Flat Earth forums. Welcome him because this is his first time in Hello World, which I am so happy that he's here. So definitely, guys, make yourselves welcome to Flat Earth Irons. And Flat Earth Irons, please, check out their pages too. NASCAR Man 3345 is dope, and so is Jennifer Hayes. You'll never find. and I do that because in my head, when I say their names, that's what I'm saying in my head. Those are the songs that are going on in my head. And with NASCAR Man, the way I say NASCAR Man 44, that's how it sounds in my head. Like NASCAR Man 4455. No, NASCAR Man 3345. That is just how it sounds like. And I just want to do that. So thank you guys for joining me. But back to changing our mindsets, guys. We really absolutely do need to change our mindsets. If life has not been as pleasant for you up until this point, you're not here for you're not here by any mistake or chance, right? Because at some point you have come to the realization that it can't be this way forever. You can't go on life as is with the way things are. So that would require you to really dig deep and do something that you're not used to doing, which is thinking on the brighter side sometimes about situations, even as they come up, even as things come up. It's not easy. It's not easy to look at the bright or be the first thing to be like, okay, well, despite what's going on, the silver lining is. It's not easy, but it's nothing that if we don't try to practice and try to discipline ourselves into believing that it can't turn. It's a discipline. Trust and believe. It's been a discipline for us to condition ourselves to be okay with things not being okay. And it took a while for that because naturally, as humans, we want to gravitate to each other. We want to gravitate to good things as humans, just in general. I don't think there's not one person in this world, maybe not, maybe, that really truly just wants to be left alone. I don't think so. People say that, oh, just leave me alone. But usually they mean the opposite, like somebody please pay attention to me. We don't really mean half of what we say, especially when it comes to times when we're hurting and maybe we might need space, but we don't want to be left alone. So imagine that you say that all the time, you start to believe, yeah, I do want to be left alone. And that becomes your belief. But in order for that to change, you have to say, I need you. I need people. I need your help. And you know how hard that is to ask for people's help when you've been so used to doing it by yourself for so long? It's a mindset change, guys. It takes time, just like it took time for you to think one way, it's going to take time for you to think another. I think for the amount of hours that we invest in the enjoyment of pleasurable things, which there's nothing wrong with that, is the same amount of energy we should put into figuring out our triggers, figuring out different ways that we can be a better person, figuring out what we truly like, figuring out that it's okay to just live life. That's something that we all have to be willing to do. And it takes time. No, I mean, expire like your body expires. Like, then you start stinking. Like it's overwhelmed with dirt and it says, okay, now you expired. You need to go take your dirty butt into the shower. That's what I mean by expired. Mary Dells. Yes, I am a woman, or I'm a woman that makes up a lot of different things. So you'll have a new vocabulary after you stop messing with me. Yes, you'll be saying stuff like like things like you would have never thought could exist. That you're like, oh yeah, that was Joy. They're like, oh, Joy must have made that up. Hmm. So that's what expires means to me. Like you start to feel it. You guys don't feel like when you're like your body is like, okay, like overload. I've tried my best to keep your pH balanced, but you need to help me too. You don't think your body says that? That's what goes on in my head. And then it's like on the verge of expiration. And before you expire, it's like, okay, well, let me cover that before it expires by just showering. And then you just got the fresh look again. That's just my quirky thinking. So yes, Mary Dells, you can say to your family, your friends, like, "Ooh, you about to expire," or like, "Ooh, you smell like outside." And outside, this is the way outside smells. When you're in, okay, think of the kids. Oh God, think of kids that running around in the playground all day long outside, and then they want to come inside and run up to you. You know that scent that lingers? That's outside. And that's how people smell sometimes. So like I'm like, oh, they smell like outside. So anytime you smell that smell, like, oh yeah, they smell like outside. Mhm. Or this is another one that I made up. You smell like all day. That's another word for expiration. Like you smell like all day. Like, ooh, like you've been out and about all day. You just walked inside. Don't sit down running. Don't sit down. Go straight to the bath. You know how like you can't go past go, you gotta go straight to jail? That's what that is. You smell like all day. Mm-mm. Ooh, you had all day. Ooh, had a rough day? Yes. Expired. Yes. See, you learned something new, right? You learned something new. So yeah, people smell like expire. People be expiring. People smell like outside. And all day, I can't figure out which is worse, all day or outside. I think in my head, smelling like outside is worse than all day. Because all day is like, okay, I understand you were working outside all day and it's okay for you to smell like that. But when you smell like outside, it's more like that, oh gosh, you can't get that scent off. You're nowhere near a bathroom where you can take a shower. Like you're nowhere near that point. See, like one of my coworkers used to eat their lunch outside. And when they came in, they carried that outside smell. And I'm like, oh God, you smell like outside, right? So that means that I'm gonna die silently smelling that outside because it's not time working isn't over for another few hours. And the outside smell is not gonna go away. That's why that's worse. It's like being trapped in a glass jar and they covered the glass jar and it just can't breathe, can't you're just suffocating. Because that's what outside smell does to me, suffocates me. And it's like, oh, you can't eat lunch outside no more. Yes, Anna. You can't eat lunch outside no more. So yes, outside is the equivalent of little kids running around, coming back and sweaty, like mommy, mommy, like mommy, mommy, and just wanting to. Maybe you guys like outside smell. I don't. It's just foul. In my head, it's just foul. I like original scents. I like sweet scents. Something outside and all day. Those are the better scents that I appreciate. So, guys, I encourage you to notice the difference between outside and inside smells. And when your body's about to expire, just take a shower. Notice the difference. I mean, maybe you guys are comfortable, being funky, but I'm not. That's just me. And I think people would enjoy your company more if you didn't smell like all day or outside. don't you think? Or if you were about to expire. So like, okay, when you're about to expire too, think about it this way. When you're about to expire and you know you're about to go out, and it's like, well, I know I'm going to be out for maybe another 4 to 6 hours, and you're on the verge of expiring, then instead of just all the way expiring, just go ahead and take a quick shower. You don't even have to be in there submerged for long. Just wash off the dirt, put the soap on so you have that fresh, clean scent, and then you can put on your fresh clothes, right? Especially in the summertime. Nobody needs to smell like outside all day. Ooh, and going into a new venue. Like, no, doesn't work. Be the difference. Yes, for sure. Guys, I am on Hello World every single day between 7 and 9. We talk about everything and anything. I think today was a mix of serious and funny at the same time. And I think we all learned something new, at least a new part of vocabulary, joy-cabulary. Ooh, I just made that up. We all have our joy-cabulary. And you know Jenny B from the Jenny and Joy show that I'm co-host with? She actually has a running list of joyisms, which is crazy. And some of them like, I really did that? I really said that? I'll tell you an example of one. You did, right? Here's something funny, right? So at my job, well, actually, no. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened one day. So I was at my job and my coworker closed the door a little hard and it kind of slammed. I was like, oh, and like, I didn't want to startle them. So I said, oh, that switched my part to the other side. I guess you had to be there for it. But you slammed the door so hard that it switched my part, right? You know, you can't really naturally switch my part. But I was like, when they said it back to me, I was like, who said that? That was actually funny. And she was like, you did. I was like, no, I didn't. I can't be that funny. It's like you slammed the door so hard that it turned my part. You just, I think maybe maybe I wasn't the one that should have said it because it didn't sound as funny to me now, but it was so funny when I was hearing it backwards that they slammed the door so hard that it switched my part. I thought that was hilarious. But I think I didn't say it right, so maybe you don't think it's funny, but it was. It's just like these things just pop up in my head real quick. Like expiration date on the food, yes. You know, the amount of hours that you're up during the day, your body expires. So for every 8 hours, maybe you should, and depending on the degree of the activity that you do, will determine how soon you expire. So like if you're outside and out and about all day, you've been sweating, you've been, just around people, you've been at the park, the parks create dust. You've been outside all day. Not only are you close to expiring, but you have the outside scent and you have all day scent on you. And then your friend or your hubby or your wife says, "Ooh, babe, let's go out to dinner." You better not go out to dinner. Not before you don't take no bath, no shower. At least, and if you've been outside, minimum 10 minutes, because you got to get that whole thing off. That whole thing off. Now, I'm African American or Black, whatever you want to call me, but I use a shower cap. So I have to cover my head. But y'all who are not African American that can wash your hair all the time, you need about 10 minutes. And I need about 10 minutes if I've been outside all day, outside smelling like outside, almost expired, and all day mixed in one. You ain't asking me to go out to eat right now until after I take a quick shower. Let me take a quick shower. Because what happens is you carry that scent to your next destination. And all of a sudden it becomes very, very, you don't smell it because it's on you, but everyone else around you does. You're like Pepe Le Pew. Mm-mm. Ooh. That won't work for you. Ooh, look at how I'm rhyming, guys. I'm rhyming like crazy. I'm just getting better at this. So yeah, Mary Dells, you gotta pray for me because you only seeing half of the crazy, well, not crazy, but half of the quirkiness in me. Um, and maybe that's why people like to be around me because I just, have try to have fun. And I can honestly say, outside of the things that bother me from time to time, I genuinely try to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be most of the times. I really do. And I want that for you guys too. So, guys, thank you for joining me for another episode of Hello World. Did you guys check my intro? Okay, here's my outro. Hold on. This is just a test. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Until we meet again, blah, 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 blah. What do you think about that? Was I shaking my head a little too much or moving? Should I have just stayed like this? You guys like that? What do you like? Do you like it? Or do you like me to sing my way out? The singing my way out would be like, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Hello World. What do you guys like better? The broadcast or the relaxed? Maybe I'll do a combination of both. I'll see how I can swing it. But you know what? You are you are amazing. There is no mistake about your life. And that I am dead serious about. I need you to always remember that there's no mistake about you. Francesca, I believe you will find something. Just keep hope alive. It's going to happen for you. If you're still here, Francesca, um, just hold on a little bit longer and keep on keep on searching. Don't give up, and you will find your job in no time. Um, and in the midst of that, maybe there might be other things that you might be more interested in that might open up for you a new option of income. So maybe that might work too. But you guys are beautiful. Your souls are beautiful. You are the difference every single day because you make a difference in my life when you can laugh with me in the chat and when you can chat with me in the chat, when you call and when you watch my videos and just show genuine interest in me. That really makes a difference in my life, whether you know it or not. I really appreciate it. So if you don't think that anyone is affected by your presence, at least you have one person admitting it. But there are others, many others. I know there are many others. So you don't always have to rely on waiting for people to tell you how amazing you are, because you got me every night to tell you. But continue to become the best version of yourself because, like I said, we all have unlimited potentials that are just waiting for us to scratch. Because only most of the times we just scratch the surface on things. But imagine if you just dig and claw through and see what beautiful things are waiting for you. If you only just focus a little bit more on yourself, a little bit more on your dreams, a little bit more on being the difference for others. It works that way. If you're not doing something to help advance our community, our world, then you're not really ready to live and let life flow. But today is an opportunity and a chance to do so. Yo, I've been rhyming mad crazy, right? The flow. I am here every single night on Hello World between 7 and 9. And it's always an honor to have you guys give me a little bit of your time. And I enjoy it. I really do. Until we meet again, this is another episode of Hello World. And before I go out completely, just note that there are links down in the description below to books that I've written, t-shirts that I've made, people who have shared their lives with you. Remember to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. And you never know, by sharing out our chats in this live, it may actually help someone who we may not have thought it could help. So sharing is caring for real. So feel free to share. What does it hurt just to do a click and repost? And I would appreciate it anyway. So until we meet again, this is your girl Joy signing out from Be the Difference Clothing on another episode of Hello World. Y'all like that? I mixed the two. But, maybe I'll switch it up just for you. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, and may your night be as restful and peaceful as the remainder of this day. And may you wake up refreshed so you can be your best to our blessed society who's craving for a nest and inspiration and positivity from the best, which is us, because we're a plus to the advancement of us. Yes. All right, guys. No, all right, guys. See you later.